morning viewers, and welcome back to my channel, Mixed Masdevallias. Well, here we are again back in the greenhouse, and I thought I've had this Polyphemus now for a couple of weeks, and I thought today I'm going to take it down and get it repotted. Let's have a look if it's got any decent roots. So I'll bring you along, let you have a look, see how I pot up my Dracula orchids. I'm not convinced it's going to have a great deal of roots inside it, but we'll have a look together. So give me a minute and I'll take you down there. Well, here we are viewers. It's getting pretty warm in this greenhouse at the moment, so rather than turn everything off, I'll leave everything on. So if you do hear the fogger kick in, it's for a reason. I'm getting to the age now where sometimes I turn it off and I forget to turn it back on, and I can't afford to do that. So let's hope it don't come on for a couple of minutes. Right, here it is. You watched it come the other day. It was Dracula Polyphemus. It was on my wish list. I've had it now for a fortnight, so hopefully it's got acclimatised to my growing environment here in this greenhouse. I'm sure you can see that. Let's just get it out of the pot and let's have a look what roots it's got, if it's got any, because the same as most things we buy nowadays off the internet, they're not always what they say they're going to be. But I've had reasonable amounts of things off sellers, but like with any Masdevallia or Dracula, you're going to have to put a bit of effort into them. So let's get it out of this old basket. Let's have a look what it's in. Let's have a look if it's growing any roots. I can see a bit of new growth. I'll try and show you. If you can see, probably, can you see in there? It's in my finger. We've got a new growth coming, so hopefully that'll be pushing out some roots. It's had a few leaves cut off it by the seller or the previous owner, but it is only a small division. As I've said before, it'll flower in the winter, so hopefully we can get this well established, get some new growth on it, and next winter we should be looking at a few spikes and blooms. So let's get it out and let's have a look what we've got. It's been recently potted, I can tell that. It don't smell too bad actually. It's just had sphagnum put round it. You can see, I'm hoping you can, a bit of blue there, blue colouring. That's because the seller uses slug pellets. So they've obviously got a slug problem in their environment. But surprisingly enough, quickly looking, can you see them roots? Some lovely yellow tips coming on these roots. There. So it really has got some decent roots on it. So let's get the rest of this sphagnum off and let's have a look at the rest of it. I hope everybody's keeping well at the moment. It's not the ideal time of year for all of us. I'm missing my grandkids because I can't see them. Michael can't come and see me, but I'm hoping within a few weeks this lockdown eases. But I want them to get it right. I want it to be so that I know that the reason they're opening shops up and they're opening areas up now is because, well, to be honest, we've got room in the hospitals and we haven't got a cure for it yet. I don't think anybody has, but yeah, it's getting me a little bit now. Right, that's most of it off. I've got a few dead roots there, but to be honest, that's got a cracking. Try and bring it close to the camera. A cracking lot of new roots all the way around actually, so that is a good healthy plant. I'm quite pleased with that. It's not always you get a plant like that. Sometimes you get a plant where you're going to spend the first 12 months trying to get it to grow or to put on roots. This one is not too bad. Now I've got a few dead roots at the bottom, but I expected that. In the middle at the bottom you usually will. I can just pull these off because they're doing nothing. They're just going to rot in the pot and probably take all the roots down with it. So I'm taking them off, majority of them. Take any old sheaths off so that I can get at. Some of the old sheaths can rot down as well. They're not very nice. Bit of an eyesore as well on a plant. That is definitely an old leaf. But yeah, apart from that, I'm quite impressed. So if you have a look, still got a little bit of sphagnum on it. A couple of dead ones still here. But the majority, they're all dead. Come on. That's dead, that's off. That's dead. But as you can see, a decent set of roots now. Where we're seeing that growth in there, I'm sure you can see it, but bring it close to the camera. You can probably see that one in there. There's also, hid behind here, there's two more. I'm hoping you can see them. So what I'm going to do now is wrap this in Spago and get it potted up. I've decided to use one of these baskets. Most of my Draculas are in these baskets, so I'm quite fond of them. You know, they do the job. So how we're going to pot this up, hold it together to let all the roots out. And what I start doing, this is pre-wet, this sphagnum moss. What I tend to do is just gently wrap it around the roots. What I'm trying to do really is form a ball all the way around it, so I can just shove it straight in the pot. I've got one sticking out the bottom, so I want to cover that root. I don't want to damage any roots while I'm doing this. But the more you can get round to get in the pot, the better. Now it's not going to look perfect, I admit that, but this is how I do it, and this is the way I've had success doing it. So you always do it your way. I mean, so long as you look after your Draculas, and these really do need to keep damp. I'm not one for overwatering. I probably did when I first started, but nowadays I've realised that they're not having that much, and I tend to keep them drier, but just mist every morning. I give them a good mist, and that to me is enough sphagnum. I don't want to pack it too tight because I want them roots to get air to them roots. Now for me, that is ideal. So what I'll do is I'll just trim off, I've got a pair of scissors here. I'll just trim off these old bits of sphagnum. Don't look very good. Leave that old roots on there. I've got a couple more here, just trimming off this, the old stuff. Tuck the sphagnum in. And there we have it. It's nice and firm. I don't pull the plant to show you it's firm in the pot. Believe me, it's firm in the pot. And with the amount of root it's got, that'll do well this year now. So that should really put on some growth. What we're going to finally do now is just write on the label. So it's repotted on the, what is it, the 5th, 20. So you can see that I just put RP 520, so I know that it was repotted in May 2020. Put the label back in. Let's get the hook back on, so we can back hook it into the hook it back up. You can hear that clanging here. I've got a fan above my head here. There's a fan right here. You can't see it, but I can. So, right, we've got it back in. Just twist that around a little bit. And there we have it. So yeah, well impressed with that. A nice purchase off eBay. Decent roots on it. Not always the case, you know that. You're going to get a few sometimes that's barely got any, and you really are going to struggle to get it to grow. But I'm quite impressed with that one. So we're going to hang this back up, and hopefully next year, next winter, we should have some spikes or blooms on this. Anyway, thanks for watching, viewers. I know it's only a short video, but when I do anything, I want all the other Mazzy followers, or lovers as I call them, because I am a Mazzy lover, to enjoy and grow their Masdevallias and their Draculas to the best way you possibly can, here in the UK that is. So until next time, I'll see you later. Bye for now.